Hi again. So in this video, we're going to show you what it looks like to be a room owner on the front end once you are within your room with your Sentry profile. So this is different from being in the host administrative dashboard, where that dictates what is going on in your room in terms of enabled utilities, auth methods, branding, etc. And then when it comes to being a room owner within the room, that is actually a separate account with your Sentry profile, which you create during onboarding, where you will be invited and assigned as the room owner. From the moment you are assigned as the room owner, you are able to then go and invite other people to be moderators or room owners. So in the case here, I'm in the room Sentry Club as a host. We see here that the usernames line up. And we see that if I go into here, into my members, I can actually search member usernames and directly assign them from here to either be bouncers, which is a verifier of QR codes for events or discount claiming, or a moderator to moderate different rooms that you have. So what's interesting, like any other social platform, is that when you get the solution, when you get the room, it comes blank with no channel categories and no channels. So the first thing you'd want to do as a host when you get in here is come in and start creating your channel categories, defining if they are collapsed or not collapsed by default, and then simply starting to go and populate channels in here. So you'll see that when you go to add a channel, you are shown this pop-up where you can define whether or not this channel is a read-only channel. That makes it that you can turn these into announcement or content-based channels where you're not really looking for replies, but you just want to segment information in an organized manner that your vetted holders can access. So once that's done, you've created your array. You can also, drag and drop these in the order you wish them to be displayed for users. So you can sort the categories, you can sort the channels. And then from that moment on, you can simply start having conversation in those channels or creating your posts that are announcements within those channels. As a moderator or a room owner, you have the ability to pin a post. You have the ability to request a ban or approve a ban. Moderators can only request a ban. You can flag users to the Sentry system so that we check out what's going on and maybe ban those users. And your users, when they're inside of rooms that have chat enabled, they can reply to your messages. But if not, in cases where it's an announcement only channel, you will see that this bar disappears for those users. You might have seen this in a previous video. So let's keep going. So I just showed you what's generally possible when we're talking about the announcement channels. Or the content feed or the discussion channels. So in terms of posting, banning, requesting a ban, flagging posts, defining your channel hierarchy here. But if we go back here, what we'll see in these next two tabs is a bit more interesting for hosts. So let's go into access passes, where in the previous video, you saw what this tab looked like for a normal holder within a room, meaning a member, meaning a non-administrator of the room. So when you go to create what we call an access pass on the platform, you simply go over to the utility called access passes. Or if you are within the room here, you can click on the gear icon here and click on my access passes. And this will come blank when you get your room set up. And what you're doing for these, what we call these access passes, is they either symbolize events or passes that unlock access to something in the real world. Meaning maybe it's claiming a discount in store where you've assigned the cashiers as verifiers, and they can verify that someone holds a loyalty club NFT. Or it can be for events where you want to manage access to events and assign different people to be checking ownership of the NFT. in a way where they don't have to hold the NFTs on them when they're presenting themselves to the event. All they need to come with is their Sentry account logged in, whether it's via the mobile app or whether it's with the web app on mobile. Doesn't matter. The users within the room will be able to produce their coupon codes. So when I come and I create an access pass, let's say I want to call it party, or let's say I want to call it mastermind meetup. In the prior video, you saw an access pass that was added as a lifetime access pass, meaning it's can be claimed multiple times at any time. But in cases where it's something time specific, we actually enable you to set a maximum amount of times a user can successfully scan within a given period of time. And we let you define the start and end time. So you can set these access passes up in any way you want to match your exact use case. Example, if I have a 3-day event, I might create 3 access passes with one corresponding to each day. And then let's say bracelet claiming for the event, or, to get your stamp that you've gone into the event happens at the start of the event. I would simply put this to 1, and then I would map this as once per day, meaning one user can only be successfully scanned in one time into the event. If we go down here into the start and end times, we see that it doesn't matter where you are in the world. You can set this up so that your users know exactly what time zone you're referring to as a start time or end time. So this matters if you have an international audience coming to your event, less so if it's more of a local type thing. But in any case, the next thing you can do is specify a geographical location for this event, or for where to claim the discount, et cetera, et cetera. You get to decide this. And then on the front end within the app, when the user's logged into their account and they see this access pass that they can claim, they can click on directions to know exactly where to go to claim it. So this allows you to geomap your offers in whatever way you see fit. Down the line, the idea is to add support and integrations for different types of virtual experiences. Let's say a Zoom call, or let's say a link to a metaverse that's been integrated with Sentry. These are all things that are possible and easy to do. It's just a matter of asking for this type of customization related to your rooms. So at Sentry, we do embrace customizing use cases for customers. So if you have a big enough project and you are looking to have a really tailored type of experience you want to deliver, we can work with you to do that. If we keep going down here, we see that we actually have a way, and this feature is for larger types of use cases. So think of a conference, a music festival, where I have multiple points of entry. Well, we actually enable you to go and assign verifiers who will be responsible for checking passes at different locations. And we log all of the scanning data so that at any given time, in this case, this event hasn't been scanned yet, but at any time what member's been scanned, who they've been verified by, and at what time. And we give you a way to export your list of attendees. So if you ever want to do an airdrop of a POAP or something like this, post-event, it's very easy to do so. And in that export is included the public keys to airdrop the tokens to your users. So this is a great feature that you can make use for those types of utilities, all built within the system, so your users never have to leave. And like I said, if you're running multiple rooms within your custom domain, well, you can have multiple rooms, and within each room, you can have multiple offers, access passes. So you can really let your imagination go wild in terms of the gamification of the experiences you're trying to deploy. And we're there to help you if ever there's any extra functionality you require from this module. So when it comes to the Shopify store, there's actually nothing to update on the front end for your users. Everything happens within the Room Wizard on the host dashboard. So in terms of functionality that hosts have beyond what normal users have within the platform, this is what you're looking at. If you have any questions at all about host functionality, be sure to ask for your detailed questions during onboarding, and we'll be happy to answer you as soon as possible. Wishing you a great day, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.